CEO of the Tigers, has got my back. Richo, welcome to Sports Day.
Hi, guys.
It's been a pretty quiet week,
hasn't it? Yeah.
Not much going on.
Well, you lose 9 straight, and you're going to get people sort of down your throat, and that's why the game's about winning. But it's also about trying to put plans together for the future and keep working towards the goals you've set. And certainly Benji and I are on that track together with the rest of the club. So, yeah, we're a lot better spot than people are making it out to be.
Yep. Well, Rich, I was going to ask you, with all that negative around and all that talk outside the club, how do you and Benji keep everyone up and positive?
Well, I said from the beginning, mate, that we sat down and we did a plan. We did a strategic plan for the club for the next 3 years. And Benji and I and the football staff sat down and worked out where we want to be with our roster and where we're going to be over the next period of time. And nothing that we've done so far, whether it be me going to England or the changes or letting players go as we've done or whatever it is, nothing changing from the plans we've set. It's the same plans wherever I go. I've never taken over a club with a roster that was a winner. But, you sort of got a, I call it a McDonald's formula towards working towards winning. And, we're well on the way to be doing that. We thought we might have won a few more games than we won at the moment, but we also didn't realise we'd have 8 starting players out, 10 this weekend, actually, because we've got a couple of breaks out of training. So, look, it's a tough time and the fans are there and you've got to win. But we've had 4 sellout crowds. I think the fans know where we're going and what we're trying to do. And I've made my recruitment status clear that it's about recruiting our young players and maintaining them. And then about, we've got a really good cream at the top and about getting players in the middle who aren't going to make silly errors and dumb mistakes. So, we're on the way towards doing that. So I'm pretty comfortable where we are.
Now, Richo, you've been in a lot of predicaments over the years in your career as an administrator, and you've seen this before at the Penrith Panthers. You arrived there when a wooden spoon in 2001 for the Panthers, and then you got these young players like Lewis and Rooney and Clinton and Waterhouse and Rodney and Pritchard, just to name a few. And it's much the same at the West Tigers with the group of young players you've got. Then you add a Taruva and a Luai who are proven winners. So how do you collectively convince this young group of players that success actually isn't that far away if you stick together?
How do you convince them? I mean, first of all, John Lang was a great coach of young players, and we always knew that wherever I've been involved with John Lang, we've always at Cronulla or then at Penrith or even at South when he was there for a couple of years. It's about bringing those young players through and not blocking it up and not blocking off their opportunities. So, look, that's the start of it all, and I've got some really good young players. They're probably, particularly the forwards, are maybe 12 months away from being where they should be, but they're certainly going forward quickly. And like tomorrow in the reserve go, or Saturday in the reserve go, we'll have every player in the reserve go side under 20. I mean, it's a phenomenon to be there. And our flex side's near the top of the table. So we've got these players coming through, but mate, you've got to be patient with them, Sats. But I'll tell you this, though, I still reckon that when we won a premiership at Penrith in 2003, we had some great players like you and Gerds and Gowie. But, mate, the great enthusiasm and the want to win came from those young blokes because they've been so used to winning in younger grades. And when they came into first grade, they didn't really know what a wooden spoon looked like. So, and I think we've got the same situation now. But 20 years ago, mate, or 30 years ago, players had a different, and kids generally had a different attitude. Kids today, mate, want success tomorrow. They're not willing to wait or charge ahead with or take a bit of patience. But that's what they're all like, but not just a few. They're all like that, and they're all like that in not just football. They're like in business generally. So it's a little bit of a change of the way young people think, but it's still the same thing, though, mate. It's you've got to stick together, and winning premierships come from mateship and I think that's what you've got to try and do, keep them all together, and that's what we intend to do here.
When you talk about young players and wanting to get there now, it can be for a number of reasons, Richo, and Lachlan Galvin is probably the one that's in the news at the moment, but is it more a financial gain or is it more about performances? I want to win comps now or I want to earn more money?
It's funny with Lockie, mate. I think it's just Lockie's. I remember I took over South and we had John Sutton there, and they're all chasing John Sutton. He was 18. He played 11 successive grand finals and won them. Wherever John Sutton played, he won. And Lockie's the same. He's played 11 grand finals in a row and won them. So therefore he comes in the first grade and you get a wooden spoon and you're battling every day. It's not the world you've been in. So I don't think it's got anything to do with money. I think it's as much to do with just managing his head at 18 years of age and coming into first grade and getting the accolades in the world that he's in. I don't think it's really about money. I'll rephrase that. I know it's not about money. I've met with his parents and I've had a lot of discussions with him. And I think he believes that Benji can take him on to the next level. It's just sometimes, mate, when you're thrust in that first grade at such a young age, it's a bit of a headbang for you. And I think that's what happens. It's more a mental thing than it is a monetary or physical thing, particularly with Lockie.
He's such a good young player. He needs a steak, Richo. He needs a good feed, though. He's still a bit scrawny. Do you think with Luai coming to the club next year, which would be really exciting for the young kid, do you think he may be nervous about his future?
Oh. No, not at all, mate. Benji, I mean, you couldn't have a better 5'8" mentor than Benji. I mean, Benji went through the same things as he did when he came down from Keeper Park to play for Tigers. And look, I don't think it's that, mate. I think he's actually looking forward to playing with Luai. Luai will certainly be a great advantage for him as far as maturity goes and steering the side around the field. Then he's got Coruscant and his great friend, one of the young players that come to Talon is going to be a great player as well. And young fullback Jarima, people forget he's only young as well. So, but mate, we've got a spine. I mean, when you're building a club, trying to find a spine is very hard to do. And you've got to have a spine to win premierships, and we've got a spine now and a really good one. And he's part of that spine. And we've got another kid called Latu Finau who's been out injured for a lot of the season this year with a hamstring, but. So we've got plenty of young kids in that. We don't need a spine. We've got it. I think we've got the forwards to go forward. Probably need to strengthen a bit in the outside backs, but that's not a major overhaul. It's more 2 or 3, not 10 or 11.
Yeah. Now with Lockie playing number 6 and Jerome playing number 6, a lot of people seem to forget that Jerome was really a number 7 coming through the junior reps, wasn't he? So. How does that translation look? Does he play a 7, do you think?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I chased Jerome from when he was bloody 15 years old with his halfback. I mean, he's always a dominant player in every grade he ever played in as a leader and a dominant player on the field leading the side around. So, mate, he wants to be the king, and he will be at our club, and he'll play 7, and hopefully Lockie or whoever. I mean, Lockie's got to play well too to keep his 6 spot as well, But certainly, and we've got Adam Dewey back this week, back from a knee injury as well. So we're actually in a really good space that way. So he's got to play well to keep his spot, but certainly everybody's going to want to play outside who I believe is the best half in the game. That's a big call, I know, but I think that Jerome Luai is the best half in the game.
Yeah, he'll be absolutely great for your playing group. Now, with Arpey playing 7 this week, young Talon De Silva gets, because it's all about succession planning, isn't it? And now you get young Talon can play in a number 9 jersey.
Correct. And that's why we let Simpkins go. Simpkins did a really good job for us, and he's probably a regular NRL player, but we want to make sure that we open up opportunities for our young players to get the best exposure as possible. And, obviously, Talon playing in reserve grade instead of Simpkins, and on top of that, coming to first grade this week, because we've got a lot of injuries, but he's still the heir apparent to Appy Coruscant, and he knows that now. And again, he's played with Lachlan and these young players that we've got coming through for years and years, and there's a great combination between them all. So, I mean, they're the future of the club, mate, and we want to make sure we don't block those opportunities off.
Good stuff.
All right, Richard, we appreciate your time. We know you're a busy man, but how good is this Saturday afternoon going to be? Leichhardt Oval. In the middle of the afternoon, you got the Titans who are absolutely fuming after being walloped by the Bunnies last week. This should be a cracking game in what is a beautiful part of Sydney.
Yep. Cannot wait.
Yeah, and it's old school too, mate, because we've got all 3 grades. So we've got select and reserve grade and then first grade. So,
how good's that?
So you get there early, get your pies and everything organised, and it should be a great afternoon of footy, and hopefully the weather holds out so we get a good crowd.
It's like reminiscing for you, Richo, sitting on the hill at Langlands Park in Brisbane in the day.
No, it is, mate. Mate, that's what I'm saying. People don't realise how much, I love all the bullshit's going on with Leichhardt. I love the crowds like Leichhardt and the feeling, and that's 3 grades and selling raffle tickets beforehand. And, well, mate, I love it all. So I'm looking forward to Saturday. It's going to be a good footy afternoon, so it should be fun.
Great stuff.
Hey, Richo, thank you very much, mate. I've got to let you go. Enjoy the weekend. Thanks for your time on Sports Day.
Pleasure, mate. See you guys. Bye.